Well, I got an email from my brother's son, who is the father of Gabe, and I wanted to update you on Gabe's his surgery and how well he's doing. It's been a really long process. But this was, dear friends, I mentioned this last week, how it felt like Gabe was taking some small but significant steps towards recovery. And I'm so thankful to be able to say that those small but significant steps have continued over the past several days. Here's a couple of highlights. Gabriel completely is off dialysis, and his dialysis port has been removed. He was on dialysis for a little over a week, but almost immediately his kidneys took back over, and everything is now sitting comfortably in the normal range. Truly an answer to prayer. He's able to eat and drink enough to hit his calorie and nutrition goals each day. That means no feeding tube, no IV nutrition, and the only nausea he experiences is the thought of stomaching hospital food. We've been bringing him home-cooked meals and food from his favorite restaurants as often as we can. Little by little, we see him getting his strength back. It seems like his abdomen is accumulating fluid at a much slower rate. The main thing we've been watching is his weight. Weight going up means fluid is accumulating. Going down means it's decreasing. Over the past 3 days, his weight has finally started dropping after almost a month of regular increases, and this is from the fluid that keeps building up in his abdomen. He also reports that he feels less swollen. That's a huge answer to prayer, since it means it's easier for him to eat, drink, sleep, and move around. After his heart put him in ICU, we've seen it slowly returning to normal. The cardiac team thinks it will resolve on its own. His heartbeat had gone up to 200 beats per minute, and they had to stop his heart 3 times for it to come back. We were able to take Gabriel down to the hospital cafeteria and atrium a couple of times last week. He still needs a wheelchair, but getting him out of the room sure seems to lift his spirits. And he was now able to sit at a window in the sun for the first time in a month. We are grateful that his body is taking back all of the processes it was unable to manage just a week or 2 ago. By the end of today, all his lines, tubes, drains, and monitors will be removed. They aren't using them enough to warrant keeping them in. If he doesn't need the support of dialysis, feeding tube, abdominal drain, and heart monitor, there isn't much of anything the hospital can do for him that we can't do here at home. So the doctors are talking seriously about discharge in the next couple of days. That's both daunting and exciting in equal measure. His mobility will be an obstacle, and there's a peace of mind that comes with having medical professionals just outside the room instead of a 30-minute drive into the hospital. There will be continued regular clinic visits, blood draws, and checkups. That's the daunting part. The exciting part is having him close by and knowing for certain that lots of his recovery will be aided by being at home. His sleep will be less interrupted. His meals can be nutritious and varied instead of just nutritious. And I know his spirits will be lifted by being out of the hospital. For Amy, his mom, and I, daily trips up to the hospital for one or both of us have taken a huge amount of coordination and planning. Not having a plan that day by day will be an amazing relief. We'd appreciate your prayers as we begin the long road of recovery. I think the most accurate way to describe how we feel is that we have fought for 2 months to get to a starting line. We are just now reaching the place where Gabriel can begin recovering from his transplant. As I mentioned in my last update, Gabe's focus and intensity are returning day by day. It will be an enormous asset in the coming weeks, but he will need every bit of it. I was looking at pictures of Gabe from just 2 to 3 years ago, and I wept at how much his fight has taken from him. Most of you, I'm sure, think of Gabe as a smiling, athletic person in the banner picture for this page. I'm afraid you will find him literally unrecognizable in his current state. But as he said to me from his never-ending fountain of optimism, I'm actually coming out of the hospital with a fully functioning liver for the first time. That is going to help me recover so much faster. He's already making plans for summer and fall. Thank you again for your unwavering support and prayers. It has lifted us when we feel down, motivated us when we feel tired, and brought peace and comfort in our darkest hours. We truly could not have gotten this far without you. Love, Nate and Amy. He is now home.
In that praise report, All of you were involved in it, all the prayer warriors. My praise report is the Holy Spirit came to me and said, you're in the game. I've always been one to show up at Bible studies. I always enjoy Bible studies. I absorb Bible studies. But today was the first time that I gave one. So again, I've been a bench warmer, and now I'm in the game. And what I got from it was very important, and that was only the last chapter. The most important part that I learned was we as a group need to keep our embers burning. We as a group need to lean on each other so we can be bold. And not only having the Holy Spirit encouraging us to be bold, but we actually have to go out and utilize that boldness. And I just thank God and the Holy Spirit for giving me that opportunity to learn firsthand.